There's all the explosions of endings, right?
Just a couple of things. I'm pretty sure Veronica's on Thursday, and you're just seeing Veronica Belmont's birthday in the same green color on our Google Calendar, because I've done that like 3 times already.
Wait, you're talking to Roger?
No, I'm talking to you.
I'm just looking at the doc. The doc says Patrick Beja and Veronica Belmont.
Oh, well, I failed then.
And I didn't think that was right, but since it was in the doc, I thought maybe something changed.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Well, it was like, I'm pretty sure this is wrong, but I don't know why it's in there then.
No,
and Lamar Wilson again?
You know why? Then I just announced that I did the thing I accused you of doing, which is seeing her name in the birthday in the same green as our calendar and thinking, oh, she's on tomorrow, when that is not true.
Okay.
You need a timeout.
Hey, that was a good show. What should we call it?
Let me tell you. We've got Rich Man, Hacked Man. Ooh.
That was a horrible ending. What should we call it?
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. You know, I'm actually gonna fix it.
Cheating privacy. Everything is awesome on plastic roads.
I actually really like Rich Man, Hacked Man.
Yeah.
It's got a Fiddler on the Roof feel to it.
If I were a hacked man. All right, stars look for aliens. Adultery, data recovery, skullduggery.
That's poetic.
Yeah.
It's got nice meter and rhythm.
Stop, drop, and land your drone. I like that.
Oh, that's good. It's a public service announcement,
too. These are good
too.
today.
Yeah.
Where we're going, roads are plastic.
Where we're going, we won't need anything but plastic roads. Just plastic.
Let's see.
Adultery, data recovery, skullduggery.
Yeah, that's not exactly searchable.
It's not at all.
If you want to go for search results later.
Yeah. But it sure sounds like a beat poet. Adultery, data recovery, skullduggery, man.
You know, you should just, the title should just be Sinners. That's it.
That's all we were talking about.
Yeah.
Repent.
Bunch of sinners.
Yes, it is. We're all sinners.
Yeah, I think those are the top the top options. I do like Stop, Drop, and Land Your Drone.
I have like 4 that I like. I like Rich Man, Hacked Man. I like Everything is Awesome on Plastic Roads. I like Adultery, Data Recovery, Skullduggery. And I like Stop, Drop, and Land Your Drone. I feel like Stop, Drop, and Land Your Drone is the most responsible headline we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Should
the public service announcement. I don't know. I kind of like Rich Man, Hacked Man.
If I were a hacked man.
Yeah. Wait, there was another thing. Lamar.
Yes.
What software did they give you to edit your 360 video? Because that, for me, apparently is the stopping point.
I have not even opened the box yet. I don't know.
Okay. Because I'm super curious about that, because I've been trying to get the kids I teach to do 360 and to think about it, but I don't have either the software or a camera to show them, so I'm not doing a very good job.
Yeah, I mean, it could end up being Windows only, and I was like, oops. Yeah. I mean, I have a Windows computer, but it was a pain in the butt to try to. It's hooked up to my TV, so it'd be a pain in the butt to have to edit it there. So yeah, I don't even know the company's name. It looks nice. I watched a video of it. It looks great. So I'll test it out this weekend and see. Right. I did a cotton candy Oreo taste test on my channel today.
What?
You know, I ripped off your haul ideas.
Oh, did you?
I did a Sword and Laser book haul, which people have liked, and then I did a off the shelf, which is not really a haul, but it's the same idea where I just pull an old gadget off my shelf and talk about it.
You know, I literally stole that from the beauty gurus. So.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to steal. You're stealing this because it's brilliant.
Awesome. Yeah, I thought that when I did the first haul, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna call me girly, blah blah. The guys loved it. Like, nice. They like, finally a guy's doing a haul. We love this. Like, what? Really? Okay.
That's awesome.
I'll keep going. Oh, they started the longs right as the show ended.
Didn't hear it.
Okay, well, I hear it. So.
What are you hearing?
No, the lawn mowers and the weed cutters and all. They started right as the show ended.
I mean, if I really concentrate, I can barely hear it.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
Cool. So, Dolly Parton.
Islands in the stream, that is what we are. I love Dolly Parton with great ferocity.
Yes.
That was the only comment I was going to make.
For those lost, I didn't come to the show right away before because I was told Tom I was busy listening to Dolly Parton. And it's two Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton songs. A recent one they did called "You Can't Make Old Friends." It's beautiful. Listen to it.
Obviously, you've heard Dolly Parton do "Stairway to Heaven," which is about the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yes. And here's the thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
But I hope you haven't gotten too much momentum on your Dolly Parton conversation because I wanted to get going. But I'm going to redo the ending of the show.
Okay.
You ready? Our email address is feedback@dailytechnewsshow.com. You can give us a call, 512-59-DAILY. That's 512-593-2459. Listen to the show live Monday through Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern at player.alphageekradio.com and visit our website, dailytechnewsshow.com. We'll be back tomorrow with Patrick Beja as our guest. Talk to you then.
Part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Lamar Wilson and Tom Merritt.
Done.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That
How
was
would you like me to edit that?
Just don't worry about it. Just leave the other outro in the video one.
So what about the post?
For the post show? I don't know. We can just leave it in. What do you think, Jenny?
Leave it in. It's evidence.
Okay. So
Well, I was
leave it
thinking about
in,
it
and
now.
then the other part where you redo it.
Yep. You want the good experience for the audio listeners, who are the majority of our listeners, and then the people who like video like to see what's really going on. We give them what's really going on.
There you go.
Jenny is human.
I'll cut in some scenes from Star Trek. That's what really happens. God.
Have you heard Dolly Parton and the other two beautiful country ladies do their duet album?
You mean the
Emmylou
Winettes?
Harris. No, it's Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, and third person whose name I, for some reason, forgot. Hold on. It's called Well, the song I like is called Wildflowers. But...
I have only. Oh, go ahead, Roger.
No, I was thinking maybe it was Alison Krauss.
Well, no, it's way earlier than that. Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt.
I actually like Linda Ronstadt, but I am not a country person. I just like two songs, and that's it. And Linda Ronstadt's not country, right?
No.
Don't do that. Okay. Woo.
Well, during
Ish.
that period, there was a lot of crossover for that.
Yeah, she got some country play with some of her songs in the 70s for sure.
Did she?
Yeah.
I like her and Aaron Neville. They did some beautiful songs together.
She was
yes.
definitely not exclusively country, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, during that, is this late 70s, early 80s, or just late 70s?
I was thinking early '80s with the Aaron Neville songs.
Because I'm thinking of Juice Newton, who was definitely a crossover.
Oh, she's country, though. Country embraced her. They were like, Juice Newton is country. But she had some pop hits, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Is she definitely did that crossover. So did Dolly
Well, she
Parton.
did what Taylor Swift did. She didn't. Juice Newton just didn't make it all the way over to the other side, I don't think.
Yeah.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts.
I love that song.
Really
So does Ellie. Na, 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 na.
It's a good David
She also
song.
likes the Carpenters. Top of the World. That's the only. She's crying or something, and I put that on
Wow.
YouTube, and she'll
Really?
quiet down. And just
Close to Me was the #1 song when I was born. Or Let It Be. Kind of depends on
Wow.
who you
They didn't have music then.
Can you imagine you were being born and you hear "Let It Be"? It's like nurses don't touch. Let it come out on its own.
Let it be. Oh God.
That's how I was born. You just described it. Don't touch it.
The
It's alien.
How do I find this Spotify Discover? Or
Oh, the way
Discover Weekly?
The way you find it is that you open iTunes, you sign up for Apple Music, and you just use that.
Don't be fresh.
How dare you still use Spotify?
I love Spotify. I do not. I like
you don't
it.
use Apple devices, do you?
What?
You use Apple devices? Use it.
Yeah, I do. I use Apple
okay.
devices. I listen to Apple Music. I listen to Spotify.
All right, is it something that's built in just better? I'm such an evangelist for built-in stuff. I don't know.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I always chafe if it's built in. I'm like, don't tell me what to use.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like built-in.
See, I'm getting a weird wait scroll or like the loading thing.
Spotify can't make heads or tails out of your musical taste.
I know, really.
Well, and doesn't it work better if you're a regular Spotify
and
user
Taylor
too?
Swift? Or actually, not Taylor Swift. Miley. There's no Taylor on Spotify. They know they can't figure me out. So what's going on, Lamar? Besides unboxings and calls and
yeah, I just living life. Been playing a lot of video games lately. Yeah. You see, this is a good lull because there's not anything really new coming out, so I'm trying to catch up on a lot of old games.
When you play games fast, do you just barrel through the main storyline and you just don't do a lot of exploration, or what? I
am an explorer when it comes to those kind of open world games. I'm one of those that has to like break every barrel and all that. Yeah. So if I play Final Fantasy something, it's gonna be 200 hours plus because I'm just that kind of player. For those, I have to like try to get the secrets of things. Mario games, I'm more forgiving. Like I don't mind missing coins and things. I'm not obsessive with that.
Right.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the genre.
Okay. I like it. I had
ludicrous speed.
That probably scared me. I just didn't jump.
Sorry.
I kept my cool, but like inside, my heart just like.
As much as.
Yeah, I was ready for you to do that. So.
Yeah, you're always ready for me to do that.
Prepared. I think Discover Weekly broke my Spotify.
I was born ready.
Discover Weekly. I got you singing Islands in the Stream. Yeah, I found out about that song in the 90s from Ghetto Superstar. The rap version. And then because actually Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers helped them. And they were in the video of the rap version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they helped them make the. I forgot the group who made it. And it was rap. It was really cool, and that's how I first heard it. You know, I didn't know about that song before. I was like, oh wow. Cool
I think one of our proms was themed on that song.
The Islands one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Ghetto Superstar. Like
Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah, all right, Indiana.
Indiana, woo.
Illinois.
That's right.
East and West Coast.
Same thing. If it's but lower than Chicago, it's pretty much Indiana.
All those boxy states.
I've learned this lesson to be respectful to the middle of the country.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be unrespectful.
They won't tell you they're mad.
Nope.
They'll just passively aggressively fume in the corner.
Yep.
The Midwestern way.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
For years, we will just hold it against you.
Yeah.
You'll never know. Speaking of which, I am going back in a couple weeks. I don't know the date yet. Finally. I haven't been back to Chicago in 3 years since I moved here.
Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago. Got to get my Italian beef. Even though some of those restaurants have made their way to L.A., I still want to eat them there.
Well, yeah, it just feels like it's not the same.
Yeah, it's pretty darn close. But you're right. It's nothing like being in the original Al's Beef restaurant or the Giordano's Pizza. Oh God, I'm hungry.
Even Uno's, I think Uno's Pizzeria is like the best example of that.
It really is.
I haven't eaten in the original Uno's since probably the late 90s, but I remember going there and going, oh my gosh, the chain Uno's is nothing like this.
It is completely different.
Yeah.
I had the chain one when I was in New York when I was younger, and I remember having the Uno's in Chicago. We actually did a school field trip there. And it was very different. So.
Making me hungry and I can't eat pizza anymore.
You can't? Oh.
No, I can still do some thin crust pizza, but unfortunately, regular pizza and God forbid deep dish pizza has become like a gut bomb that I can't recover from.
Oh, so it's not like a gluten thing or anything. Okay.
Well, no, I don't know what quite it is. I don't know, it's like basically my body's like, no more pizza for you.
Oh, okay.
Sad.
What about crustless pizza, where it's just the good parts in a big glob? I don't know if that exists, but I
What,
just
like Jabba the
invented
Pizza
it for you.
Hut?
That's called soup.
So basically, you take everything from a deep dish pizza and then you just scoop it out without the crust. Would
Pass.
If I don't have to look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
you
that's
can
good.
serve it in a bowl that is shaped and colored to look like a crust, so it doesn't lose its appearance.
That is the most gluten-free idea I've ever heard. You gluten people.
No, I can't do that.
California.
All right, how's that? Is that better? I was getting a little bit of weird.
Yeah, that's good.
Speaking of which, California Pizza Cafe, or whatever it's called, is disgusting.
CPK.
CPK,
California
yeah.
Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah,
I really want a Bertucci's to come out here. That would make me happy. That was a Boston-based sort of pizza Italian chain.
Bertucci's.
I lived off their rolls in college. I would just go in and be, give me a bag of Bertucci rolls with some butter.
I actually believe you said it like that.
Yeah, I did.
She had to. They would kick her out if she didn't.
Yeah.
Give me the pizza to hut.
Boston has the most unique accent. Like, completely different from New York.
Hey, who farted? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what accent?
What accent?
I tell this story
Upper
to
Dorchester.
the embarrassment of my brother sometimes, but he was dropping his R's when he was a kid, and the teacher talked to my parents about it, and my parents were like, so he sounds like he's from Boston. What? Why is this an issue? Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, well, there's High Boston, too, which is like Mr. Spock. Leonard Nimoy had a beautiful sort of like Beacon Hilly,
Snooty Boston.
snooty Boston accent. It worked on him. It worked on him. It didn't quite work on others. Like, what's his face? Died.
Oh.
No, the guy, not Graydon Carter, but
Welcome back, Carter?
no.
Oh, sorry.
You know,
Agent
Roger,
Carter?
help me out here. Media critic, media personality.
Don Levitz.
Wait, with a huge Beacon Hill Boston accent.
Roger Ebert?
He was Chicago.
No, like East Coast media snootery.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, now I think I know. And I could picture him. He had a mustache, right?
Oh,
bushy
you mean,
mustache.
the
Leonard
guy with
Maltin?
the big bushy hair. Yeah, Maltin.
No.
Leonard Maltin. Something.
Guy, wait, hold on.
The guy who was on the morning television.
No.
No?
Critic.
Oh,
Beacon
never mind.
Hill.
Oh, he had a big bushy mustache, right?
Groucho Marx.
I know who you're talking about now.
Starts with an F, last name.
Gene
starts with an
Shalit.
F.
Gene
No.
Shalit, right?
Boston
Oh.
Brahmin accent.
Oh.
I thought it was you.
Hold on.
Oh, are you? not
Geraldo
the guy-
Rivera.
I'm trying to.
You know what I'm talking about. He was a writer and a media critic.
He's not Boston. He doesn't have a high Boston accent.
And he had a
No?
snooty thing. So all, like that. got me
Inside
thinking.
the actor's studio guy.
I'm going to know it in 2 seconds.
Oh, that guy.
George Plimpton. William F.
Oh,
Buckley.
George
Plimpton. That's who it was.
I don't think of him as a movie critic, although that
No, I
he
didn't
was
say
that.
movie
George
critic,
Clinton with the guitar?
I said media critic.
Media. Oh, I heard movie. That also
He
that was
was
what threw
just
me.
more of a. He was more of a dilettante writer.
George
Like, he just
Plimpton,
did a bunch of-
dilettante writer. All right.
I just remember
He
him
went
being
to Exeter.
from a very wealthy
Can't do it.
family, and he tried out for the Detroit Lions, and
Yeah.
wrote about it.
He was a literary critic.
One of my favorite Jonathan Colton songs, called "A Talk with George," is about Jonathan Colton meeting George Plimpton at a party once, and George Plimpton him asking him for advice, and it's like a musical version of the advice George Plimpton gave, and it's beautiful.
He was also notable for being one of the few people who would front a video game commercial.
Right.
He did all the television ads.
That's right. He just did stuff. I mean,
was
that was the cool thing about him is
like-
that he just went out and was like, yeah, I'll try that. I'll do it. I'll front a video game commercial. Why not? I'll
try to
play
be
for
a
the
football
Lions.
player.
Yeah.
He was an experiencer of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of his generation, he was probably one of the more well-rounded individuals. I mean, he didn't
He hung out
come
with
from a
Hemingway,
place
for
of
goodness sake.
he didn't have kind of a sneering attitude toward people of different backgrounds, like maybe not as a privileged background or anything like that. He was just like, I'm going to try it. It looks cool.
All right, I am out of the post, and Cord Killers is coming up next after this marathon.
Oh, you're doing it right after. Oh,
George
wow.
Plimpton songs. No, it's coming up at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.